Hey guys, welcome back. We are here today for a different kind of video. Normally when you see a second screen it's usually a race, but today we just have Mass Ningen here showing off the team he's going to use as well as the team I'm going to use for the Extreme Z Awakened Broly event coming out in a day or two. The reason we're using this team is because both of us don't have Ultimate Gohan, as many of you probably don't as well. So this is going to be the next best team to use, and from what we've heard, you could obviously beat this event with a full agility team, which is a lot different from the SS3 Goku event.
Yeah, it's a lot less. You're a lot less limited on your options if you don't have the right category leader. So
yeah, a little bit more forgiving there. I managed to find a LR Goten and Trunks friend, so that's pretty beneficial as well.
yeah, that is going to be the ideal friend that you want to find for the higher stages if you see any of those on your list. So
if you don't find them on your list, the next best option is probably a Super Vegito. As long as he doesn't get supered, he can provide obviously the good defense on damage reduction, allowing your other units to do the damage instead.
Yep, and it's going to be, for any of you who obviously played the Goku one, you're going to be in that similar situation once you get to those harder stages. Any of the units you bring, regardless of how good they are, if they're not a hybrid Saiyan and they take a super attack, then you are probably done. So a little bit of luck is needed, but that's...
As with all events. You'll notice the three main damage dealers other than the LR Goten and Trunks on my team is going to be the Family Kamehameha Gohan, the Agility Goten, and then the Agility Nuker Gotenks, all with the dupe in them. And they're all pretty phenomenal for the most part. I really don't have any complaints.
Because you've got...
they all hit for around 500 to 600k.
You've got all of them at SA10, haven't you?
All of them at what?
SA10.
Oh yeah, no, I managed to farm all of their supers because the they just did the fusion dance and formed the skinny Gotenks for the LR. No, Gotenks is fully farmable through the free-to-play unit. Gohan's is semi-farmable through just pullable SJ Gohans because there's a billion of them, and then Goten's, obviously there's a billion of those SRs as well. So just over time I've farmed them. And then Pan, also a great support unit to bring to this.
Yeah, 40% support unit who is also a hybrid Saiyan is definitely a good choice. So I've...
Yeah. I was having Super Vegeta before, but I realized Pan's a way better option.
Yeah, and so I've brought up my team list. So unfortunately I do not have my own Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, so I have to use Super Vegito as the leader with a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta friend. And then, like I said, on the later stages, once it starts getting a little bit more difficult, I'll be trying to find a LR Goten and Trunks. Because from what I've seen in clips of them on JP, even with the Super Vegito lead, if you can get their 18 key super, you're pretty much close to one-shotting the stage. So
yeah, and some extra options that you could kind of throw in there. You can throw in Whis for the heal, but obviously he'll take a lot of damage, so it's kind of like a give and take there.
You can see him here on my team. So because he's free to play, I've rainbowed mine, so mine does have some dodge, which will hopefully come in handy. So
yeah, and he can stun in the lower stages, not really necessarily the higher ones.
Yeah, I can't remember which number it is, but after a certain stage he can't be stunned. But at the beginning he can, so that should help out as well. And then on the subject of dodges, I've also brought my Caulifla, because she is Rainbow. So she won't obviously hit as hard as the Hybrid Saiyans, but she has the potential to dodge and or even counter a super attack. So kind of have to include these defensive options because I have the lower team leader skill with Super Vegito. So
yeah. So basically, the less of the optimal units you have, the more you kind of have to rely on luck and dodgy type units. That's probably the route you're gonna have to take, which is gonna probably require more retries in the end. But it's still doable, completely doable, if you're lucky enough. And her dodge rate's pretty insane.
Yeah, plus I think I gave her another like 11 dodge or something, so
yeah. So that's just gonna make it even better. If you had dupes for I managed to get my Goten up last time he was around to around 700k, which is probably the best I'm going to get without a crit.
That's not bad.
That is solid. Dude, seeing the LR Goten and Trunks Super just makes me want to pull for them
I
so
know, right?
hard. I love the fuse mechanic on them.
Yeah, they are exceptional, and obviously because I don't have the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I would very much like a higher AGL leader, but...
They can fuse into dab tanks? What? Didn't know
yeah,
that
they
thing.
either fuse into fuse
what?
into base form and go Super Saiyan, or they fuse into the Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
I think it's like 30% chance for the Super Saiyan 3, and then obviously that does more damage. So
And then he also has a chance to do in the skinny tanks and probably
yeah,
fat tanks
that's
when
if
he
you
gets
get
them as
under
well.
18 key. So. And they both give him a
okay.
debuff of some kind. I can't remember which way round it is, but one of them gives him an attack debuff and one of them gives a defense debuff. So you always want to get their 18 key super.
That's pretty interesting.
Which is why they
Yeah, I actually didn't know that much.
part of
about
their
them.
own passive is that they give themselves a random key boost at the start of the turn. I think it's anywhere between 3 and 9, I want to say. Let's get the wiki up here.
That
Yeah,
is incredibly random.
yes, that's it. Key plus 3 to 9 randomly at the start of the turn. So, because yeah, you definitely want the 18 key every time, so you don't get the debuff. It's actually one of the only units I can think of. Is they actually have a slight disadvantage if they get an additional super, because obviously LRs they can only additional super their 12 key super. So, I mean they'll still hit kind of hard, but then they give themselves a debuff for the next like turn or so. So.
Yeah, let us know if you guys... I just lost.
Oh, really?
I wasn't paying attention to my health. But let us know if you guys pulled Ultimate Gohan down in the comments down below and what team you'll be running if you did or didn't. Is there anything else we should add?
650k crit from the Super Saiyan Gotenks.
I found your Super Vegeta.
So yeah, the only other thing is, so out of the units that you've seen us use, I think the only ones we haven't included is there's an AGL Ultimate Gohan. Obviously, if you had him, his super attack was farmable when the Tournament of Power storyline was on. There's the Xeno Trunks, who he's not a bad unit, but sadly he's a uniquely named unit, so there's like no way to raise his super attack other than Kai's, and he's probably not worth it.
Yeah.
And then the other one...
And I doubt many people have used Kai's
yeah,
for
exactly.
him.
I mean, I think he's cool.
And my problem with Gohan is he's a worse Goten, the one that I have on screen right now.
Oh, the Xeno Trunks, yeah, because their passives are very similar, but
Yeah.
I think the Gotenks gives a higher percentage, doesn't he? So...
Yeah, like 10%.
And then the other one that I think we forgot last time when we were talking about the other units is there's the support Bull Pan from the Fusions banner, but again, she's just a key support unit, so she's not great, but...
Yeah, I have her, I just wouldn't use her.
But, yeah.
She's like a, if you don't have Pan or Super Vegeta.
Yeah, if you're in a situation where,
deal.
like us, if you don't have all of the units that you need from the actual category, and you just want to field a full AGL team, it is still advisable to bring as many hybrid Saiyans as you can, just because they get that extra attack and defense boost. So,
yeah, absolutely. Anything else left to add in before we call it?
I don't think so. I think that pretty much covers it. That's the only other thing I was going to say is if you are also without Super Vegito as well as Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, because unfortunately I do have a couple of friends in that situation. If you bring some decent key supports, because a couple of these hybrid Saiyans are key support units, like a couple of the Gohans that are AGL, you could use Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku as your leader, because he gives 100% to stats, which is better than Super Vegito,
Yeah,
but
that's
he gives no key, so you need to make sure you've got a team that links well and has some good key support. But
The only problem with I see with that is that you would have to float him because he wouldn't be able to take that much damage, but then you're taking away one of your float spots that could be given to a key support, which is kind of needed in that scenario.
I feel like if you're
you're
in a
kinda screwed.
situation where you're forced to run him as a leader, you probably then want to put your main rotations as one of your main damage dealers, and then with a key support unit with them as a rotation, just to make sure
Yeah.
they can always super. So you do still have options even if you don't have the best leaders, so it's a little bit more versatile than the Goku one was. So
Oh, the Goku one's brutal. Goku one is you have 2 teams, you better have one of them.
yeah. So
You have no flexibility on that.
it's a bit of a shame because I
That
don't
was
know a
brutal.
lot of people that got to 30 who didn't have Angel Golden Frieza. So
Or SS3 Tech or Broly. Some people beat it with Broly. You could beat it with Broly.
oh really? What, stage 30? Oh wow.
Yeah. There, if you had the top tier tech
Oh yeah, I
team,
suppose yeah,
Extreme Tech,
because
you could beat
units
it.
like the Golden Frieza, Rainbow, the tech
Yeah,
one,
LR Rose and
hits
Zamasu.
ridiculously hard in that event. So
Yeah. LR Rose and Zamasu could give you enough healing and defense to make it through
Yeah.
as well.
that's-
So definitely a possibility. Like I said, let us know in the comments down below. We'll both be down there talking to you. If you guys don't know this guy already, his name is Masningen. His link to his channel will be in the description. Please ignore the fact that he also has a similar video going up at the same time because we're basically going to be talking about the same stuff. Go ahead and check out his other stuff other than that video.
yeah, just it's more of a
Get a feel
it's
for
more
his
of a similar discussion rather than doing a 2-part thing. But it's it's always
Yeah.
more interesting to discuss with someone else rather than just talk to yourself into the microphone for stuff like this. I feel so.
Yeah, bounce ideas
Yeah,
off each other.
exactly. So hopefully that gave you all some ideas if you, like us, do not have Gohan. So maybe this one will be a little bit easier for you than the Goku one was.
Yeah. If you guys are looking forward to that event, I'll probably be streaming it either right when it goes up or the following night. I'm not really sure yet. So that'll be on the channel.
Yep.
Any last words, Master?
No, I'm planning something similar, so I'm sure we'll arrange times between us so we're not streaming at the same time. But I plan to stream it when it goes live, or at least that same morning. Well, it's morning for me, but
Yeah. Alright, well, we will catch you guys in the next one. And
yep.
yeah.
Have a good
day,
one.
guys.
So hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. Make sure you check out the videos showing on your screen here. You can see YTRI getting bodied by some of you in fighters, and I'm pretty sure there's a one coming up for some Super Battle Road fails as well, so that should be a lot of fun. And yeah, see you again soon.